Yeah, that's on. So they're getting away. But again, I'm just in here today to again, thank you so much for being in here with me. Thank you for being in here with me. Sorry my mic wasn't on earlier. Um trying to do this beekeeping and audio stuff. Sometimes it's just a lot, but it has a lot of brood in here. Woo. Ugh. A lot of brood. Um, oh, I do see eggs in here. I don't remember seeing it the last time, but I do see eggs in here. Oh, a lot of eggs over there too. I didn't think I saw that the last time, y'all, but I do. So I'm gonna do a slow-mo because what happens is later on I get a chance to look at my frames a little bit closer. Oh wow, the queen has been really laying since the last time, y'all. I am impressed. I am impressed. Wow. Hmm. Okay. So let me see. I should have really looked on there. Good for her, since all of those eggs were on there because let me make sure she's not on here, the queen. Let me mm, let me see if I can see that queen. I've been just like I said, beekeeping for um since I feel like something in my doggone shoes. Um since April. And I'm shocked sometimes that I have been able to spot an unmarked queen, because this is a lot of bees, but she looks kind of different. I guess the more you do something, um, you can kind of see the differences, but she looks different. Like this, I know that's a drone right here because it's a big boy bee, and he's bigger than all the other bees. I just don't want them to sting me through my glove. But I usually the queen is marked, and she's when you buy her from a distributor, she's usually marked with the color for that year so that you'll know how old your queen is. But I don't see her on there. So let me check the other ones. I'm going to smoke them a little bit so they can kind of move out of the way. Because one thing that you don't want to do is kill your queen, you know, because she's constantly laying eggs, constantly helping to look at that. That's just beautiful. Look at, oh, and I don't know if you could see it here. I hope I'm holding the tray so you can see it. But let me see. I saw where a bee was emerging, a baby bee. Let me see. Oh, right here. No, that's not it. because usually they right there. That's a baby bee emerging right there, out of there. Yep. I don't see the queen on this one. And you could tell they're baby bees because they look really light. They hadn't tanned up. But those three look like they just emerged not too long ago. Look at that. They have really been working since I was in here a few days ago. I mean, really working. It'd be nice if I can see the queen, but if I don't see her, that's okay because I know she's doing her job. She's she's laying eggs. Look at all that brood. Look at that beautiful brown design. So all bees are going to start emerging from those. Baby bees going to be emerging. So again, I'm just smoking it to I'm sorry I can't really see. The only thing it's showing me on my other camera is how many people are in the chat. And so I thank you guys for being here. So, and it could sometimes it might show you the chat, but on the other on your other app, but if the persons don't want to say anything, you won't see anything. But yes, all of these, I don't know if you could see it, but eggs are all in here. So the queen is doing her thing. She really is. She's doing her thing in here. And it's funny, the whole frame was black and clear like that. And here they built all of this comb here. Isn't that amazing? That's just so amazing to me. And they're constantly in here working. I mean, just constantly working, working, working. And the sun is not out, but if the sun was out, you would see the nectar that's just glistening there. And they're going to cap all of that nectar like this. So if I wanted to eat some of this honey, this capped part would, I could eat it. I mean, I can eat that too, but it's not going to, it'll ferment after a while. So when it's capped, they're sealing it so that the honey will last for a long time. I mean, they've found honey in tombs and stuff that's been there for a long time. So, hey, I know they don't like me smoking them, but I'm trying to protect them in a sense because I don't want to crush any of the bees. That's all I'm trying to do is protect them. And they don't like, ooh, this frame is heavy. And that's what I want too. I want the frame to be heavy with um, nectar because I don't want to keep giving them, I'm giving them sugar water because I'm listening to other beekeepers. But heck, I don't even eat that sugar. I don't eat sugar like that because I know that it's not good for my body. And I really want to give my bees food that's going to be good for them. So I'm just letting them kind of fill out these hives, and then I want to stop doing it. I just want them to have enough for the winter months because there's not going to be flowers and stuff around for them to get nectar. And there I went. I squished a bee. But just like I said, they just kind of get in the way. And so you just end up squishing them. But I am excited that I'm seeing eggs. I want to think this is the hive that I saw the queen cell. And I don't want them to swarm, but if some of them are gonna swarm, then I'm okay with that because just like I said, I don't want any more bees. So I don't want, most beekeepers would just get another box. Um, I don't want another box of bees. Two is enough for me right now to keep up with because it takes about uh, 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what you're doing, to go through these hives to really look to make sure that the queen is in here doing what she's supposed to do. Um, like eggs are um, she's laying eggs. You want to make sure that pests aren't overtaking the hive. It's just a lot of things that you got to look for. And then if pests are overtaking the hive, you got to control that because then the bees will leave. They call it abscorning. They'll leave um, because they're overwhelmed with pests. Now, the funny thing about all of that is that when they have their own hives, they still got to deal with these same pests. So you wonder why um, they don't control it here, you know? Now, this hive, look at all of that honey. I can take this in there. I can take this in there and scrape. Ooh, this smoke is just killing me, y'all. I can take it in there and scrape that and take all the honey off, and that could be honey for me for this year. But again, it's the winter coming, and I want them to be able to have food. Whoops, I'm squishing a bee with that, y'all. So I want them to have, and I could have sworn I saw um, queen cells in here. I could have sworn, and it's like I don't see it now. And I know I'm not hallucinating because I saw it on the video. How they said it was on tape. I saw it, and I know it was this hive, but I do not see it. So I want to just take another scan because they were on the bottom. I know it was this hive, y'all. I don't think it was that hive over there. I think it was this hive. Whew, they do not want me to be in here, y'all. They're like, get out. Get out, get out, get out. You see how they kind of get in the middle there when you're trying to close it up? I will have to just like I said, I feel terrible that I can't really see my screen. Um, but I will definitely look at comments and answer any questions that I can once I get done with this. Last time I spotted the queen with no problem. Today, she wants to hide from me. And I got my little pen. I didn't even bring it out here so that I can mark her. You know, I don't even have my little pen to mark her right now. I should have brought it outside, but I don't want it to dry out. And since I don't see the queen, I'm trying to be extra careful how I put this stuff back, you know. I mean, I'm trying to be careful anyway because I don't want to kill bees, but just like I said, oops, almost squished it. See how they get in the way? You see how they just where you don't want them, just like your kids. You tell them don't go over to Johnny's house because Johnny is a bad influence, and boy, they can't wait to get to Johnny. You know, so that's what these bees are like. They just you're trying to protect them, but they just get in the way. This is so heavy with honey, y'all. Gosh, I'm gonna have to lift some weights when they get full, because these things are heavy. See, that's another reason. I don't want all these hives. I'm old. I'm a senior citizen. I'm a baby boomer. I don't need all of these hives. And I see people with 6, 7 hives. I don't want all of that. I just want them to um, pollinate my. I'm sorry. I'm looking like y'all are not even here, but I want them to pollinate my vegetables, and I want a little honey, and I want the not the pollen, but the wax, because I make my own lotions sometimes, and that wax is messy, y'all. I don't know. Sometimes it's just better to buy some things. But God bless those people who do wax, because it is it is extremely messy. But they are just active this morning. They're usually a bit calmer. But look, I just needed to look one more time because it's like, where is the queen cell that I saw? And maybe just like I said, maybe I got the um maybe I got the hives confused, because just like I said, I'm a baby boomer and I'm getting old, you know? So sometimes 5 minutes later, we be like, what? What did I say? Where was it? Didn't I just have it? So, so yeah, but I mean, I'm just amazed when I come in here, y'all. It's just amazing what they do. And I think I had my boxes confused. I think it was my pink box over there. That's because I mean she's doing her thing. She is laying eggs. And I'm just so shocked that I'm not spotting her. Hopefully I didn't kill this bee too, y'all. It's just like you see how they get in the way. And the queen sometimes she's trying to hide from you, and um so she could get smushed too. But she's normally kind of in the middle. And usually when you see the eggs and stuff, you know that she's around here doing her thing. But I don't see her. I hear a bee around my head going, "You need to move on because you done been in here too long." Now I do hear that. And I'm starting to hear that loud and clear, y'all. So, but yeah, she is doing a fabulous job. Mm, I'm sorry. I get so amazed. I'm just pulling it up to my face, just really looking. Wait a minute. Is that the queen cell that I saw? Because they're usually on the bottom. I was told don't turn it upside down. So, anywho, I don't see what I thought I saw. I will definitely look back at the film and compare what I saw the last time. You know, I will definitely look back. I want to try to put stuff to where they were. I was told you should put them back where they were because a lot of times I just have them all in different places, y'all. So, and I guess it ain't no different from somebody coming in your house and moving your stuff around. But oh my gosh, she is laying them eggs, y'all. I even see it all over here. She just laying. But I saw eggs over there. I'm seeing lots of eggs here. And I just want to lay my eyes on her. But if I don't, that's okay. I know she's in here somewhere. Sometimes they're hiding at the bottom of the box, you know. She might be on the other frame. See how they're getting in the way? See, I'm trying to keep them alive. See how they just getting in the way? Just getting, and see, I ended up smushing one. I sure did. And you know what? They got, the bees got undertakers right in here. So when a bee dies, the undertakers just take them right on out the hive. They got undertaker bees, just like we do. The bees love to keep their hives clean. So they're not going to have dead bees just laying in the hive. You know, I was watching somebody live one time, and they were showing how the bee was just taking another bee further out from the hive, like on its back and stuff. It was so cool. Let me see. I'm trying to see how to do this so y'all could see. Uh-oh, see? I squished another one. So, trying to move it off the top. They just rowdy this morning, y'all. See? That's a that's a rookie mistake. So now I really got them ticked off. But that's a rookie mistake, y'all. But I'm new and I don't know anything about bees. I don't know nobody who got bees. I just um so I didn't grow up around this. And so I'm just learning. And when you're uh-oh, smushed a bee. Got away though. When you're learning stuff, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. And y'all, I done made a lot of mistakes. I mean, who loses two queens? I done lost two queens, one in each hive. You know, it happens. And so I'm gonna look at this other hive. I'm gonna add some frames to it because as we saw on all of those, they are, that's a lot of them in here. There's a lot of bees. You know what? I said I was gonna quit picking up these heavy boxes because it's not good for my back. So what I'm going to do is before I take this off, I'm going to put some bees in another box, some trays in another box to make the box lighter when I go to pick it up. So I have a box back here. So then that makes this one a little bit lighter. Because see, as they start putting honey in these boxes and nectar in these boxes, they get heavy. And the sister need to watch, she need to take care of her back. I'm getting old. So okay. So these are to help with my hive beetles. So I put some oil in those. I forgot to put the other two back in here the last time. So that's why they're not in here. But look, so this is what this one looks like. Do I see an egg? No, that's not an egg in there. A lot of bee bread. Lots of bee bread. The bees have this stuff called propolis. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like glue when you're trying to separate it. But it's there so that they can seal the hive. You know, like we put caulking and stuff on ours. Um, Look at that brood. So baby bees will be emerging from there. Some of these frames have some kind of crazy comb on it. So I was going to try to, oops, come on, bee, move out of the way. I was going to try to fix it while I'm in here. And I'll show it to you because the frame's supposed to be all laid out like this. But you're going to see some that looks like the bees were on drugs when they were trying to do it. And that's because the manufacturer, they tell you that they put wax, they're sending you waxed frames, but it don't be enough wax on the frames. And it's hard for the bees to adhere to the I guess the stuff that they're secreting to make their own wax. Oh, her egg is in there. So I wonder if the queen is bringing her little self down here. I'm trying to see if I see her. She's longer than all the other bees. Ooh, one thing about this hive is that it sits lower, so I can feel my back, y'all, bending over constantly with this hive. This is my favorite hive because they just always seem like they're just a stronger hive. You know, when I walk in here, I know I'm gonna see what I should see. Um, but it kills the girls' backs, y'all. Just like I told y'all, I'm old. I don't mind saying it because it's true. I know a lot of people my age are like, oh, don't call yourself old. 60 is the new 30. Yeah, tell my birth certificate that. Heck, tell my bones that. So, yeah, I mean, I feel great for my age, y'all. I must say, I do. I don't feel like I'm 63. I probably don't get around like I'm 63. Praise God. Look at that. Trying to see if I see any eggs in there, but I only really saw it in one. So I'm hoping the queen will find her way um, down here to fill in some of this stuff. I thought about switching the boxes, putting the other box, um, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad one, but I sure did think about it. Force her to um, come up to this one because there's so much space to lay eggs. I don't know why she's up on the other one and not this one. But look at that. Do I see an egg there? No, just looks like bee bread. It's kind of the stuff they feed the babies, baby bees. But I gotta figure out, which one comes first. Like the chicken or the eggs. That one. I wonder what comes first. Do they fill it with um, bee bread, and then she comes in and plops her egg, or um, does she put her egg in there first, and then they fill it with bee bread? You know, seem like her putting the egg in first would be the most logical thing, but you know, it seemed like a lot of things would be logical in the bee world, but it's not. They're animals. They're not people. So I'm about done with this one. And then I'm going to add another box to it. Because just like I said, I think they're accumulating so many bees until they need more room. And so um, now that I have an understanding of swarming, see, this is the frame that I need to fix. You see how that comb is built? So I want to heat this up and just kind of see if I can kind of spread it around. See? I mean, eventually they do it. Is there any eggs in there? No, I just see a bunch of nectar. But I'm going to shake them off and heat my thing up and just kind of smear it and see if that'll help. So I'm going to do this, tap them off, and hope I don't get bitten. I know they're not happy with this. And so I'm going to be over here heating this tool up to see if I could spread it. Then I'm going to look at it later on when I come back in here and see if that helped. Or they were like, yeah, thank you, but we know that you were not. Yeah, I just kind of want to spread it to see if I could get some wax. But I don't think that's working, y'all. I don't think that's working because it's not spreading the way that I thought it would have. Nah, that's not going to work. But I'll just follow through with it since I already did it. Okay, so I just kind of did this. I don't know if it's gonna work. This is what I did. So we'll see what it looks like when I come back in here. See what they did with it. Because I know sometimes when I puncture their comb and stuff by mistake, because I mean, hey, it happens. They are very good about repairing it, you know? They are very good about repairing it. So again, I appreciate you guys for being in here with me because it helps me to really think about what in the world I'm doing. Um, just kind of rehash some things in my head, you know. Um, you guys being on here helps me to go back and kind of recap the videos to see what I'm doing wrong, because if I didn't look at the video, I wouldn't have thought that, maybe my hive needs a little bit more room and put more frames in here. I thought about it earlier. I don't know why I didn't follow through. I have no idea why I didn't follow through. So, but yeah, this hive looks good. Just like I said, it always, look at the boy bee. Why? Because you see how much bigger he is than the other bees. Again, I don't see any eggs on this hive. I mean, a frame. So I don't expect to see the queen. I did not see her today. I love when I see her. But you see how they're building new comb right there. You see the difference in the dark, and then the newly built comb over there. So they are working. They are doing their thing. So if they survive the winter, and I said yes, survive the winter, because sometimes people's bees don't survive the winter. Um, I don't know. I can't tell you why. Sometimes they get plagued with mites. Um, Sometimes they leave because they don't have enough food um, in the hive, or did I say pests? Sometimes if the pests are overwhelming in the hive, because they're going to have pests, because hive beetles are in here all the time. But if it gets overwhelming, they'll leave. Um, and one thing about the winter is it doesn't appear that the beekeepers, he don't even want to move. Oh, because he's stuck on that propolis that they done built. She done, oh well. Um, so isn't that something, they stuck on their own stuff? Um, but so yeah, so they'll lose a hive. So in springtime, when spring comes, that's when a lot of beekeepers are looking for distributors to get new bees because they have lost their bees for the winter. And that's probably another reason why they have so many hives. So, and then sometimes I've heard where they've lost all the hives, and have quite a bit of hives. So, I don't know. I mean, this was a challenging journey for me. It was just like I said, I just started in April. But y'all, I don't know if I lose my bees. I don't know if I'm gonna cry. You know, I don't know. It's a it's a lot to keep up with, and I do the best that I can with what I know. But I don't know if this is a adventure that I would take up again. I am fascinated by them. I mean, they are amazing to just come in here to watch. I think if I had like there's and I may look into it and go for it, but there is a hive called a top bar hive, and with the top bar hive, there's no um, bending constantly these boxes. Um, so I may definitely try to uh, look into a top bar hive, because top bar hives to me are much better for women, um, and definitely people my age, us baby boomers, because we need to take care of ourselves. And bees are great, but I don't want them to be hurting me either, where I'm laid up in the hospital having back surgery because I done hurt myself with these boxes. And so, and I've seen a top bar hive, and there's some beekeepers on TikTok. So if you ever go on TikTok, they're much more interesting than I am, and they definitely know what they're doing more than I do. Um, I'm just I'm new, so I don't know a whole lot, but a lot of them have been doing this for years, and they have like lots of hives. Just like I said, I came into this one because I thought from my video, but I want to think it was the other box um, that was swarming. I get confused, y'all. Shoot, dealing with these bees. Then I got my grandkids this week, and I'm trying to do that, deal with them. Um, Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to get myself in the house because my little grand uh, should be getting up soon. But yeah, I I think if I, you know, for the bees, I mean, it's been nice, but just like I said, if they don't survive, y'all, I would just have to be buying me some honey. I don't know if I would do it again. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to see. Who knows? The spring may come and I see that great honey and um, start getting some good wax for my lotions and stuff. And I might change my mind. Who knows? Or, sometimes when you get a better handle on stuff, the outlook is a little different. So maybe as I do this a little bit more, and see, I want to put the other box on here, but you see where they are. And I don't want to kill bees, but look, they just right on up here. In the way. In the way. And of course, my smoker don't have a lot of smoke in it. So I'm going to put this box back on here, and then I'm going to put some Swifter wipes. Shoot, even with this box, I still need to take a few of them out. Shoot. Dang, straw everywhere. And just like I said, bees don't want their house all messed up. And here I am, woo, messing their house up with all this straw. Whew, look at all these hive beetles. Oh, my camera done flipped. Uh-oh. My camera got a mind of its own right now. Didn't realize it was that you couldn't see. Forgot to clip these things. This is going to be one wacky live. So, yeah, there I go. My camera is delayed, like I said, so it's hard for me to. There it is. Okay. So, oh, is that straw? Yep. Pine. We are here in the South. We're the city of the pine trees galore. They are horrible. I cannot wait to get them out of my yard. They get in my garden, the pine cones. I mean, I have to constantly pull them up, or I'm going to have a forest in my yard. They get on in my garden stuff. I don't like it. So I got to constantly clean straw out. Let me put these little things back in here. My bees are not happy today, y'all. I hope I didn't lose the queen. I saw her last week. You see how it's so easy to be um, smushing bees, squishing. I need to quit saying smushing. I love saying that, but it's actually squishing. They call it in the bee world roll over. It's so easy to roll over on the bees. So, yeah. So it's easy to do that. So you find yourself losing bees more than you want. But just like I said, I mean, our creator God, he has um, created them where they make bees, they're making bees all the time. I need to close this tight because if I don't, my bees will get in there and die from the oil. I may have to get another one. Ooh, is that right? Let me see. Move, roll over, roll over. That reminds me of some little song I used to have to, that my daycare kids listen to all the time. Because I don't think my kids, they were in their 30s. I don't think they heard that one unless they heard it with their own kids, but not when they were with me. So let me get another Swifter wipe on there, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in order to create more space in the hive. So I'm putting my Swifter wipes here. I don't want my bees to get on that because they can't take the oil either. So that one had oil on it. And sometimes the bees get up there. So bees, oil was on the other Swifter wipe. So that's why I don't want to put that on there. So I'm going to add another box. Look at them. They are just in the way, y'all. See? I hate when I just hear bees crunching when I go to put this stuff down. So, I think I heard one. Okay. So, I want to do frameless hives. Excuse me, not frameless, foundationless. So nothing's in the middle except this little yellow piece that I got wax on. So hopefully they'll come up here and start building wax. And then this gives them more space because they have all the frames filled out in the other boxes. So this gives them more space. And it makes my box heavier, y'all. More work because there's more bees. Because just like I said, they're constantly making bees. Constantly. You saw that brown little area? Bees are going to be emerging from there. So that's about it. I'm gonna put this top back on here. Oh no, I'm gonna get a new top because I shouldn't have put paint on that top. So I'm gonna put this on here. And that's it. That's it, y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here because just like I said, you're helping me more than you know. So have a happy Sunday, and I'm gonna get in here with these grandchildren of mine. But I appreciate you. Take care. Now I gotta turn this off. Well,